No, I keep quiet. Hi, my name is Lynette Awat, and I'm a courageous girly. Courage to live a life true to myself looks like living and walking my true unique story and knowing that everybody's story is different. And when you appreciate that, you start to live life courageously. Doing things that make me happy and also taking the high road or the high path, even when it's very, very difficult. I believe for me, my journey as a content creator started out courageously because I chose to take a deep dive into content creation, not exactly knowing what the entire staircase looked like, but I chose to do it because I loved it, because it made me happy. And even when sometimes I come off as very shy, I think being courageous and bold has helped me take my content creation journey very seriously.
Doing things that I easily identify with, things that I'm comfortable with. I'll give an example. My previous job was hectic. The verbal abuse and the tight hours and the harsh environment, toxic environment wasn't really something I wanted to keep up with. So I decided to quit before I actually got another job. And then in that moment when I quit, I realized life is too short for me to be suffering in a toxic environment. So once I quit, I didn't tell anyone. I was very scared. But luckily, one of the service providers I was working with landed on a job ad that hadn't yet been published yet in newspapers, and I applied before the ad came out. And yeah, I got my current job. And from that, every experience that I go through, I need to learn something, and that way I need to know where my fears are, because right now I don't know all my fears. So for every new opportunity I get, I learn my shortcomings or my fears so that I'm able to tackle that to push me further to where I want to be.
It's a process, you know. I have been on a journey to live a more authentic life. I've been on a journey to own the true essence of who Priscilla is without fear. For me, courage to live a life true to myself is basically shedding off identities that were never meant to be mine and just saying, you know what, this is me, and I choose to live a life that I'm happy with. Me deciding what I want for myself, especially when I was turning 30, reality hit me that I did not have to play by anyone's rule book anymore, not even my mother's. And I use my mother in this example because she's been such a big influence on most of my life. You know, the man to get married to should come from a certain part of the country. Intermarriages were not a thing to her. Grades in school, what you wear, you wouldn't believe it. Like, I started wearing jeans or pants comfortably when I was in my second year at university. Do you know why? Because I was raised by parents who actually thought that wearing trousers for a girl was a little bit uncouth. And I don't blame them because, man, that's the generation they had come from. But yeah, like when I was approaching my 30s, I decided, hey, not anymore. I want to be courageous enough to tell my mom, hey, today I want to wear jeans. It's what I feel like. And she won't do anything about it. Not that she raised a rebellious child. It's just that I've stepped into my own person and, you know, I'm courageous enough to step up to people.
Basically being comfortable with the decisions that I make, not comparing myself with what other people are doing, what other people have achieved. It's very common to fall into that trap of seeing this person is my age and they've done so much and they're this far in their career. So just being okay with how far you've come.
Choosing a career that truly made me happy. So I did public health at uni, but I am currently into interior design. And for me, that was very courageous because so many people doubted if this was the right thing to do or the right choice for myself, but I decided to listen to myself and follow my passion, and I knew that this would work.
Courage to live a life true to myself looks like me taking ownership of decisions, of knowing what I want to do and going after it, of understanding that I actually do need to take care of money and manage it. So it's living life on my terms and living it unapologetically.
Basically, knowing myself first. So I believe once you get to know yourself and you know your why, then you are able to not be influenced by society's expectations, people's opinions. So for me, being courageous in really being true to myself is understanding myself and knowing my why and standing firm in my why.
The other thing, I'm just going to use this as an example, yeah? So courage also looks like me standing up for my rights when I'm in places of employment. We want the money, it's true, but I'm also giving you something in return for that money. So the respect has to really be mutual. So this particular incident, I just joined a workplace and I was like a month old at this new workplace, and my employer said something that he thinks I had done in error, but he brought it up in a general meeting and pointed out, like, Blessing, you did this, you did that, you did that, like in a group of 30 people. And I wondered why, if it's so personal, why didn't he pull me to the side and address that issue with me? So anyway, because I've come to be as courageous as I think I am, I'm the courageous person I think I am, in that same meeting, I told him, hey, I would really have appreciated if you'd taken me to the side and talked to me, separately. So I cared enough about how I would feel going forward at this new workplace, and it was important to me that I set some boundaries going forward. So yeah, I had that addressed, and going forward, which I think I was a change maker at this new workplace, he was able to talk to people, privately if it wasn't a general team thing or problem. So yeah, that's what courage looks like to me.
Life is too short. You can't be complaining all the time. That toxic, the word toxic. Cut. So you see, I didn't want stories. Okay, no, but now I get it.